Look at me having an episode 3 and still on my 3rd life. Who would have thought? Today we're building another factory in my base, not only to help myself get new building blocks, but also something we can sell on the server. As I have an entire island base I need to transform. So to do that, we're gonna need tons of blocks and tons of diamonds to be able to buy things from other players. And well, tons of new subscribers and likes on this video. Wait. Yeah, we'll run with that. But honestly, thank you all so very much for the support on this series. It's been insane, so I really do appreciate it, and I can really tell y'all are loving it, so plenty more to come. Last episode, I was able to get some starter enchants on my armor, but man, I need to get some maxed out gear soon. My pants aren't even shiny. Now, Gem does have a spawner over at her base, but it is a little annoying having to come down here every single time, and with so many people on the server, it stays pretty busy. So today, I want to build my own experience farm. On stream, I decided to dive back down into the caves and pick up as many spawners as I could get using the create machines. I was able to get a total of 6 spawners to bring home for the farm. With those in hand, it was time to get back up closer to the surface to build my new experience farm, but I went about 20 or so blocks below ground, and I used my drill to dig out a large open area to place the spawners 2 blocks apart from each other. This is Create Life SMP after all, so I hooked up some water wheels and connected gears to make it all spin as fast as possible, as I want to use conveyor belts instead of water to push the mobs more quickly into a central point before shooting them up in a water stream to drop into the kill chamber. With a few walls in place, the only remaining step was to remove the torches and let chaos ensue, and it went decently well. Oh god. But now I'm really happy to say this thing is fully operational with windows. A few seconds for the machine to warm up, and we're getting so many mobs to kill. And there we go, up to level 40. I think there's still a few more improvements we can make down here. For example, I still have these extra enchanting tables, so let's take some oak logs and craft some extra bookshelves. And I'm gonna place 1 anvil down there, and I swear it's gonna be broken before I even log back in next time. I know how these SMPs go. You give an anvil somewhere where there's enchants to be combined, and boop, it's gone. But we should be able to just throw bookshelves right back in here, and that gets us to level 30. Nice. Grindstone. Anvil, a nice threatening message about the anvil. We're definitely all friends here. Yeah. For one last addition, we're gonna need a little bit of lava to build a little bit of a trash chute right back in here. So you can come in and just throw the excess stuff in there because, well, it's already overflowing. I built the thing and then logged off for one night, and I come back and all 3 chests below are completely full. And I'm gonna hide a little lapis back there because I don't want that stolen. I don't have too much. What can we get on the pants? Blast protection 4. That's not half bad. I've got a fairly decent set of starter enchantments over here on everything. So I think instead it's time to start enchanting some books and seeing what we can get. Another blast prot 4. Might 3. Oh, I'm not even level 30 anymore. Right, I guess this is gonna be my life for a little while. Bit of an update here. We now have pretty good enchantments on all of the armor with prot 4 or blast prot 4. I was able to get the fortune off of the shovel, and I'm much happier here. The sword, we actually have somewhere in the mess of books, a sharpness 3 that we can add for sharpness 4. And I just got this efficiency 4 fortune 2 combined with my pickaxe. We're gonna be getting an efficiency 5 unbreaking 3 fortune 3 diamond pickaxe. The only thing I'm still hoping for here is feather falling 4 because I need that. Another 20 minutes later, still no feather falling 4. I have an idea. I've got 4 diamonds in here, so I can craft another pair of diamond boots, and we can roll off of that instead of books. It'll be a lot higher chance. Take 1, now we go again. Oh my gosh, we finally got it. You know those 3 stacks of lapis I had? Yeah, we're down to 1, but we now do have feather falling 4 on the boots. Apparently most common at level 22. So I had to drop the level, and it was right there. Speaking of right there, you wanna know what is not right there? A decent entrance into this place. That was a terrible segue, but we're going with it. I wanna build a small railway to get up and down from the experience farm instead of using the cave, so I first need to dig out a space to see how far I need to go. This is actually not too long of a tunnel to get down here, so that should work out really well. I am a little afraid about hitting my head though, so I think we need to take it up another block. Now for a little bit of create magic. If we take these, we can turn them into brass casing, and from there, craft ourselves some redstone links. Now these are going to be really fun to use as we can attach them to the back, and if we shift right click, nope, just right click, that turns them into receive mode. We can do the same down here at the base, and we're gonna set up a frequency for these of bone meal, because we're going to the skeleton spawners. Put some powered rails on this side, and just for a little test here, we can see if I set this one here to being bone meal, turn that on, that powers those, which powers this, completely wireless. Up here at the top, I'm gonna hook up one of our redstone links to our new frequency. So now anytime I press that, that powers those, and those down there get powered, which means it's time to build some rails connecting it up. And perfect. Adding the button in right here. Anytime I place that, we should activate and be sent up to the top. But my idea here is we have one cart on both sides. So if I press the button, we go down and that one gets sent back up. But these minecarts are, well, a little boring. Well, so is the whole tunnel, but we'll get to that in a sec. To get started here, we're gonna need a minecart in the middle. On this side, we're gonna have red seat and red seat. Underneath them, we can throw in some big wheels like those guys, and then sprucey trapdoors around the edge. To make it feel a little bit more enclosed, I also want to add in some of our glass trapdoors, which are actually going to need to go along the top too, because I want to involve our copper catwalks, and I did learn that you can just right click to get rid of those. But there we go, our little minecart. Now I just need to go about and glue everything in here together. And that mesh should all be glued in now, I think. So if we activate that, it becomes a contraption. I can flip that back down. Then the rails can go in, and I believe... Oh, it rotates. But there it goes. Look at it. Oh, I love it. And if I click that, it spins and comes back up. But if we set it back down, you're just gonna... Oh, it's like a roller coaster ride. That's all. Second cart is ready to go here, meaning we can take that off, add this guy, and that should send the bottom one up. And I've just got to move this guy out of here. Oh no, I forgot the roof. Okay, come back, please. Let's just do a little flippy flip. There we go, roof is now connected, and I need to send the bottom one up. Yes, they're both on the opposite sides. Now if I get in here, I need to move the button. But if I can press that, we go down and the other one goes back up, and you just get out and walk off. Oh, I love it. With the rail cars in place, I wanted to decorate the platforms and tunnel out just a little bit here so it's easier to walk inside the carts before they go off, down, or up the track. And I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with it. We can sit right down here, click the button, and up we go. And we land right here. But since it is nighttime right here, it's got me thinking this probably needs a little bit of a structure around it. With the system complete, as usual, I want to build something around it, so I leveled off the terrain to create a platform to build something on top of more easily before getting a rough shape in. Adding a path back down to the waystone so other players can access the farm without walking through my base too much. I decided it was a bit too big on the structure, and I want this to feel more like a train stop instead of a full building, so I removed the outline and just brought in some closer pillars. Sticking on theme with the base, I did add in a roof out of deep slate and started adding a few of the outer walls with the trellis blocks so it encouraged players to approach from the way I want them to. But I do think some skylights would look pretty cool, so I added in a few glass slabs before working on the pathway back down to the waystone, expanding it more and smoothing it out with a few of our path block slabs. I want my base to have a strong human presence to it of sorts, so I added an outside brick retaining wall to the path along the edge of the water. And we now have all of this set up with a bridge ready to go all the way around. This should really help people get over here to the mob farm, and we do have a little koi fish here in the front. We got some seats on the outside, but you can jump on in, click the button, and off you go. Time to refocus on the base, and I need iron. And I don't want to go mining for it anymore, so I'm gonna be building an iron farm at my base. For once, not using create. Why are you broken again? I don't know. We're going back to the classic logical geek boy iron farm, so I'm gonna be needing 2 stacks of glass, some bricks, hoppers, shearing the sheep to be able to craft a few beds for the villagers. I'd just like to interrupt this video to mention there is now a fox sitting on the chair in my house. That is all. Carry on with the video. A few extra resources here, and we've got everything we need. Mary Poppins, I need a wish.
Okay, what would you like?
6 villagers and 1 zombie.
Oh, perfect. I can get you the zombie.
What about a villager?
I know where some live.
You know what? We could recruit a professional teleporter to do that. With that out of the way, I got the blocks in place for the farm. All right, Sausage, we got the farm built up. You got a zombie in a box over there. We need a teleporter to move the things around.
Yep, I wonder where he is.
And one just zapped in right over here. Look at that movie perfect timing. Hi, Scott.
Yes.
Hey.
We're in need of your skills and abilities.
All out here.
You know what? You can
scientist.
have a pass right now. You can have a pass. As long as you got a buddy, you're allowed on the island, Scott. And we need your skills, and I got a deal for you. I need you to teleport a zombie who is inside of here.
Okay.
Yep,
That guy. I need you to teleport him into the water there in the middle.
Okay, 2 seconds.
Oh, my
Aha!
God. That's awesome.
Okay. Is that it? You get free iron now?
No. Next step, we need 3 villagers here and 3 villagers over there.
Okay, where are they? Are they in a hole or?
No, that's where you come in. That's
Yeah.
that's where you come in.
Okay, so you want villagers in here.
3 villagers here, 3 villagers over there.
I'll go see what I can do. 2 seconds.
Thank you, Scott.
Oh,
Oh my God, what just happened?
so many.
I did it.
We have a third? We have a third! Yay!
You just have to wait till nighttime.
Yeah, now we need to wait for nighttime, and then we break all the planks and not the beds. Thank you for your service. This time you did your transporting for good, and you're a welcome back on to Whiplandia.
Yay!
Good name.
Don't. No. I saw you mark me.
Oh.
I'll put the sign back, Scott.
Oh.
If I disappear, sausage, put the sign back. One side, ready to go. Okay, perfect.
Yay.
Now for the other one.
No!
No! Okay, we're gonna try this the old-fashioned way. Scott is no longer here to save us. Why don't you want to help me produce iron? Stop. Stop. I'm out of rails. I also didn't make a minecart. Step 1, make minecart. Okay, I've got an activator rail at the top, and that should kick him out to the right. So he should go into that block right next to the bed. Yes!
Oh, so good. Science.
And now we wait for nighttime again. And just to be safe, I'm gonna tear this down anyways. All right, new villager. Go all the way up, Mr. Brand New Villager. No, oh my God, I hate this villager so much. What? Villager, I hate you. No. Get, if you go in the machine and stop. Take 6 on the 6th villager. Everybody else went in great.
This is it. This is perfect.
I hate everything.
He's dead. And he's dead.
No. About 2 hours later, the last villager is in place.
Yeah, we did it. That was fun.
Perfect. We got iron over there. We got iron over here. And I'll work on some stuff, getting the iron moved around all over the place. Thank you for the help moving all the villagers and zombies and things. Yeah, this is great. After everything today, my shovel was nearly dead, so I wandered over to Sausage's base, as he does have a mending villager, where I was able to get enough emeralds to trade for 2 books. Throwing one on the shovel, and the second goes on my pickaxe. Then I did go down to the mob farm to fix them up to continue the grind, where I started to assemble materials for the new factory by crafting down tons of granite into different blocks. Before realizing I actually want to use cast iron for details, so I did set up a new smashing machine in the basement to smash heated iron down into cast iron. Well, that all process, I did have a ton of materials to gather, so I got to work on the rest of them, including a bunch of different types of deep slate, a ton of bricks, which I've already smelted down, as those are turning into one of the main building blocks for my entire base so far, along with a ton of andesite, as apparently I just want to constantly gather that block. With the cast iron finished, I did craft up a few train holes and catwalks out of it. Then the final stop led me to a dripstone cave near Sausage's base yet again to gather up a ton of dripstone blocks. Finally ready to go for the building. All of the items we're gonna need are inside of here, and that's a cat. That's an iron golem in the iron farm. I gotta figure out where they keep spawning. I thought I spawn proofed everywhere. I've taken iron from here a few times. We almost have 9 stacks over there, and over here we've got just about as much. Ooh, this is gonna work really good once it's up and running. Before we get started though, I do have some art to throw up by Jazilla Jazzy, where we've got an awesome factory logo right here of the Brick Bakery. Oh, that looks so good. And Martin's advertisement is here along the back, and this really cool copper golem street art we can just throw up here on the wall. For any of the artists out there, if you want to add any anything into the city, whether it's a sign for a building, something where we hate iron golems spawning all over the place, or just some cool street art we can throw on the sides of buildings. I got a fWhip art channel in my Discord, and also hit me up on Twitter with hashtag fWhip fanart, and be sure to let me know that I can use it here on the server if you would like me to, because I don't want to use anything without permission. Anyways, we got a factory to build. A big test for this factory is going to be keeping the entire thing mob proof so golems aren't spawning all over the place. I want to start by framing out the farm itself with a big brick building using slabs on top, as well as for the ceiling itself so no golems can spawn on there. I have turned the farm off so that we can work a little bit more easily, but here along the back I thought it'd be fun to add in a little bit of andesite for a few more subtle details. Just a little something with the andesite for a new color, and I think that looks good. Next, I want to install more of those metal brackets and the shafts that we've done before. Can I get on top? I can. Woo! Now, to make this really feel like a factory, we have access to fluid pipes that just look really cool, to be honest. That is my whole reasoning behind them, is they look good. So I have these copper things going into the wall, and we're just gonna connect them. And that is the back wall. Moving along to the back where we have this open section, I want to incorporate some vertical slabs so it's not quite as big, but it still has the same footprint on the inside. For a little extra detail, we can throw in the long brick ones along the top, and I like that. That looks pretty good. And from here, I carried around the entire backside. This back section is going to be for big chimneys to stick out of the top of the factory. And I just got to say, I really love how the chutes connect in there. I'm using that a lot. I'm also really hoping that vertical slabs are spawn proof, as I want to add another section out of those in here. And we're going to use some glass trap doors for a window, so they're still a little recessed. And that brings us up to this brick layer, and we can maybe top it off like this. Yeah, and then we'll just send it around. Ooh, nailed it. This is starting to look really good in here, and now for the front entrance. So I'm thinking we start with a little bit of like a walkway to lead in right here, and some spruce door action right over here with a tall one in the middle, and then we can just frame it around with some trapdoors. That should work. From here, we're gonna go into a little bit of granite pillar action, bringing this up probably 3 blocks. And then inside to cover the door frame itself, we can do something like that, and then a slab with more of our fine granite pillar block at the top, and that seems like a decent entrance. Probably want a little light out the front so we can bring in one of our metal brackets like that with the shaft, and we can fill in the rest of the place for the base of the building right here with our cut granite bricks. I'm thinking for this building, so it's a little bit darker here at the front, we can just bring in a little bit of our dripstone block and throw a window right in here. A little cut dripstone for variation, and we can take that all the way up to the top. This is looking pretty good for the front of the building, and I'm thinking we can come up here-ish and add in some Nixie tubes later, which I can't make right now. But for the roof, I'm thinking we can just add in deep slate tiles along here to make it more seamless. And then deep slate tile stairs coming all the way down, but underneath that, because I have so much spruce log, let's add in some trapdoors. Some rose bushes out front on our lattices so that it feels kind of like the poppies from the iron farm. With the main factory features planned in, I just needed to run around and add in all of the details, where a lot of the cast iron is going to come into play here for walkways to get around, as well as a bunch of pipes, just adding to that overall factory vibe. And there we go. The outside of the factory is now complete. And I gotta say, it is looking really, really cool down here. I absolutely love these fluid tanks on the outside. However, this thing here is not so great. So we're gonna start by taking these. Actually, this entire thing needs to go. Once I need it again, we can build something to put it somewhere. There we go, good as new. There's iron golems everywhere. And I believe they're somehow spawning up here, so we're gonna try a few more slabs going even farther back. There we go, 2 iron golems gone. Now for the last element that I said I want to include right up here. I want to make Nixie tubes, which require 2 electron tubes. And to make those, we need polished rose quartz, which I need a lot of redstone for. But currently, I have 7 redstone and 1 rose quartz. I was gonna go mining, but I've got a better idea. Pearl has the ability to create redstone by pushing a button with one of her magic powers, so she needs a ton of granite, and I'm gonna trade her that for redstone. Came back to spawn, and I believe she's somewhere over here. I haven't found her base yet. She's actually one of the last ones I need to locate. What is happening over there? That looks like the start of a Pearl base. Let's go. Oh, I thought I could teleport. Let's go. Much better. Hi, Pearl.
Oh my gosh. Hello.
Hi. So I have these really tiny pieces of granite I heard you might need.
Yes. this?
and I'm
I'll
in need
just-
of redstone.
Okay, I have 29 pieces of redstone on me right now. Just give me a second to poop a little bit more, you
Okay,
know?
so I gotta jump on your bed to be able to get up here. Yeah, I need about a stack of redstone if that's possible, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of granite for you.
6 stacks of granite for 1 stack of redstone?
I mean, I'll take more redstone if you're willing to keep pressing the button, but you know, I just
I can keep pressing the button. I mean, I
Does-
figured the stone button's actually quicker than the wooden button, did you know? I can
Oh
cook
yeah,
quicker
yeah,
with the
he
stone button.
does. There you go. Look at you getting the strats.
Hey, there we go. There's
Thank
your
you.
64.
Oh, this is great.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, redstone acquired, and we now have rose quartz, which we can sand down into polished rose quartz. Craft our electron tubes to craft our Nixie tubes. One extra step here, a brass casing to create a display link. Not totally sure how this is gonna work, but hopefully I can just place these up here, and that is selected. Great. Now I want to build a giant vault back in here, like this, which will be right up against the wall, and we'll reroute all of the iron to go directly into there. But if I put the display link on the back, like this corner, okay, it looks like that worked with a thing that can actually see what's inside of there. Now, do I just like put an iron filter on this? No, we'll just see how it goes. To get started, we're just gonna do 2 water wheels and get those moving with water. Right, I think I've got this a little bit more figured out over here that for where I want to be taking things. Not 100%, just a little bit more. So I'm trying to get all of the items coming onto this track, which is going to be done from here, and I think I can just push it back. Yes, I can. The end goal is to have a double chest of iron ingots out here on display, which are going to be coming out of the big vault like this. And then I can figure out how we can extend from here. We just have to get power to these lines, and I'm really hoping these things aren't spawnable. So if I just pick up these chutes, extend that out one more, that'll catch everything and start moving it as soon as we have power, and the same on that side. Right, perfect. That one's moving in there. I don't have a filter quite yet for the roses, so those are currently just dropping down to the bottom here, which does need to be reversed to go back this way. There we go. Everything is now leading here into the middle. I just need to power this track. And perfect. Except that's jumping over the edge. I do that? Okay, it falls down. Make it a little bit more aesthetic there with some glass trapdoors after we pretty up this whole place. But for now, I'm gonna take this funnel off just so we can verify the counter on the outside's working. Right, our whole system for collection is now set up and ready to go. I just need to come over here and turn this funnel on by placing it down, and all the iron will start moving out. But I'm keeping it off for now, as I have something to show you. But first here, you can see the water mills back there, bringing everything in. These conveyor belts, you're spawned on that block. You're not supposed to be here. I just wanted to make a cool aesthetic place. Fine. Spruce trapdoors go on the top of everything. Hopefully getting rid of you will be the last time I have to do this. But for now, we have a filter set up right there where all of the iron goes in. The flower poppies go beyond and they get caught on this lower conveyor belt and come over here and land in that double chest. My absolute favorite part, if we throw this iron in here and if you have those poppies I picked up, you'll see it all gets moving on its way. Thank you for spawning back up top, Iron Golem. But as the iron's going through there, you'll see that display link that we set up a little while ago is now counting out here how many iron ingots we have stored inside of the vault. 162. All those stacks that we just put in are working their way down. But there we go, 360 ingots already ready to go, and this thing can stack up to 999,999 with the 6 digits, and hopefully we never hit that. Because if I do, I'm gonna be a terrible salesman, but for now, I need to throw everything inside. We've got a ton of stacks of iron coming in here. I just unloaded all of our chests below, so I decided to start letting a little bit move out into here. So this will move out to fill a double chest, and then the rest will stay inside of the vault. So this is pretty much how much backup we have, which is 1,475, and still a lot more coming in. I am 1,600. Oh, I'm gonna love using those. That is way too fun. Okay, I have to know, can I dye them? I think I can. They're already orange. Can it go yellow? Ooh, maybe a little green? Oh, I do like that. Oh yeah, we're doing that. Welcome back from the chaos that was my brain trying to set this up. It's working, but I don't even know what I said. So if I said anything that sounded profound or you could at least understand it, cool. If not, that's pretty much how I expected it to go to. But here we need to get down to the slab layer so that we can't have golems spawning inside of, I guess, the shop. I need to move all these items out of here, but I just don't have the storage space to do it. So I'm thinking we can bring in a few of these stone bricks. We'll fill in the granite along this side so it creates a full wall. And maybe we have a little like back entrance in here with a door to get through, and then it's just going to be something that kind of steps you down to there. But above this layer, I'm thinking we try this double stacked brick, which could be pretty cool. Yeah, that looks good. Can I put a casing on you? Nope, I cannot. That's a big nope. I'm thinking we come back to about this point. Those will just flow in here, but that needs to be an air block for now until I can put a trap door or something, where I kind of want to turn this whole section here into a window that's just going to stretch up so we can see into the back for everything going on. And honestly, we can just do a little double trap door right there and then continue upwards. We're above all the fancy stone. I'm thinking we just go into some regular stone and carry it up to keep kind of a cleaner factory look going on. I've got to be very careful how close I'm getting to the villagers over here because they might try and jump down. I didn't think about that. We're going to work from the top down and just create a wall. He shouldn't try jumping from here now. Hopefully, because I don't want to put it back in after I built this whole building. Oh, hi, iron golems. Oh, man. Should have seen that one coming. Right, they are gone now, and the windows over there we don't have to account for, so I'm thinking from the middle for this bit, we go right above that window, which means to about right here, and then I want to bring in just cobblestone slabs, so it has a bit of a rougher ceiling, and that comes in right below the roof line, which is good. I'll be honest, I kind of like the brick wall on this side more than the stones, so I think I'm just going to bring this all the way back down to here and hope golems don't spawn on it, because that does look a lot better. Now the top is pretty flat, so I'm thinking we can come in here 2, 1, and then 2 and extend some of our cast iron supports going all the way across. For a base start, this isn't half bad. It's pretty bad, but I really need to get these materials out of there, and it just needs to fill up before we're gonna have anybody buying anything. We need a really big number there to attract customers. This now is looking so much more inviting on the interior, and I'm really happy with it. I really went with the rose theme here since we have all of the poppies out of the iron farm. We got a few decorative iron blocks in here, and it is currently named the Iron Factory. We have the Brick Bakery, and this needs something better than Iron Factory. Let me know down in the comments. But I'm currently thinking 2 stacks of iron ingots for 1 diamond, so they can grab the iron out of here, which that's almost full. That's amazing. And then they can throw the diamonds inside of here as the payment. And if they are a paying customer, they can have as many poppies as they would like for free. Now I've got a few stripped spruce log walls in my inventory right now. As a theme I really want to go with for this base is not only an industrial kind of steampunky, almost anno 1800 inspired build, but I've kind of wanted to make it really overgrown with a bunch of trees and foliage all over the place. And for this, I thought we could start with some fir leaves. Can I get to the top of the tree? Yes, I can. I love teleporting. Now that we've made it into the trees, it's time to gather as many leaves as I can get with 4 shears. Well, we can't leave these giant logs sticking up high into the sky, so let's go mechanical saw and a little hand crank action. Nice. I want to change the entire biome to something more Pacific Northwestern-y, like the trees that I live around IRL, and I think these fit the vibe. A little on the smaller scale for now, but we're just getting started. And while that was all going on, I did have the Brick Bakery working away, and we've got a ton more worn bricks in here, which we can craft for worn bricks. Worn brick blocks. Which means I can finish the back wall of the Brick Bakery. Finally. And I'm really happy to say that this thing is finally fully enclosed in. I love the look of that factory from up here. It's so good. I need ladders going up to every single part of my base, please. Oh, I probably need one down from here. We have to assume that one day I won't be able to teleport, so we gotta make sure the base is built around that. I do wish there was a way to add railings to these little things, but for now, this is at least a way to get up here. From right here, the base is looking, okay, maybe right there. The base is looking really cool. This villager though, oh, you lost your job. Wow, you're back to normal. Okay, we need to move him soon. But Sparrow in my Discord recently sent in a bunch of awesome street art images. I just had to throw this one in. Look at that, it's so cool. Oh, I meant to build a tree here. And much better. But that, my friends, is all I've got time for today on Newlife, and I think we've tackled a massive project. Wait, that number's going back up. Our for sale chest is full. The machine's just gonna keep filling. Yes, that is a success. Be sure to leave a like down below if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new, and with that, I'll catch y'all on the fWhip side. I think it's time that we get into a little bit of farming again.